Hi guys, welcome back to CC Eats. Today we're making braised pork rice. I want to show you how to make this restaurant quality meal with limited ingredients. Put your pork belly in the pot of cold water. Blanching is a very common Asian cooking method. It is for getting rid of the impurities and the smell in the meat. Turn on the heat after you add everything and cook for 15 to 20 minutes after water starts boiling. While the meat is cooking, we're gonna chop some onions. If you don't have red onion at home, you can use yellow onion or any onions that you have. Take the meat out in the bowl and pour some cold water. Before you chop pork belly into small pieces, make sure you wash off the impurities on the meat. And very importantly, save the water you boiled pork belly in because we're gonna need the broth for cooking later. In terms of the size of the chunks, I just cut it about the same size as my fingernails, but you can cut it into smaller pieces if you want, but I won't go bigger than this. After you use sieve to filter the impurity out of the broth, cook some eggs in there. While the eggs are cooking, add some oil in the pan to cook onions. Until it's golden, we're gonna take it out into a bowl. In the same pan, add some oil if the pan is too dry, otherwise you can use the leftover oil from cooking onions. When pork is golden, add onions back to the pan and keep cooking for about 5 minutes. Then you want to transfer them into a pot with lid. It doesn't matter how big the pot is, just make sure you have a lid on. After putting peeled eggs in, also add the broth until the liquid covers all the meat and at least half of the eggs. I will recommend you add 1.5 tablespoons of each soy sauce first. You can test the flavor later and decide if you need more. And we keep adding half star anise, 2 teaspoons sugars, and 1 dried chili. Chili is optional if you don't fancy it. Wait until it's boiling. You can add 1 teaspoon of spicy Sichuan soybean sauce. Now you're all good, just put the lid back on, turn the heat back to medium. Cook for 30 to 40 minutes and stir occasionally. Last 10 minutes cook without lid on to reduce the liquid. Here I have some rice in my bowl and add pork belly in and add some boiled bok choy. There you go, braised pork and rice that tastes better than your local Chinatown restaurants.